I unmute? We're back. In Roarer. I can't say it. I can't say it. It is more field study time. Whoa. That seems like an escalation. You know, brace
You're
yourself.
quite correct, of course. Both the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police have their own roles to fill, each important to the Empire.
Why were, like, those are the only voice-acted lines in this scene?
A query for you, then. How would you respond if a crisis were to occur in multiple places at the same time?
Hello, Rufus.
Captain Claire Revelp, I presume? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard much about you.
It's an honor, Lord Alberea.
Please, no need for formalities between us. Rufus is fine. Still, you seem puzzled as to what I'm doing in Ruhr. Or, to be more specific, how I got here. Do I assume correctly? The country's railways are completely under your control. Had I taken a train, you would have known it. And yet, there are no signs I passed through Ruhr Airport either.
Ruhr.
The truth is more mundane than fantastic. I arrived aboard the Alberea family's private airship, which currently sits just off a highway on the outskirts of the city, awaiting my return. Blind spots are an unavoidable reality. We all have them. As on the ball as you are, you do well not to overestimate your own superiority. After all, the hardest falls are the ones we don't see coming.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Now, isn't it time both sides withdrew? And remove those unsightly vehicles from the streets at once. A provincial army must conduct itself with valor and grace at all times. Would you not agree?
Trouble seems to be finding its way to us, though.
Man, I can't believe your family has the top 2 floors of a world-class high-rise all to itself.
Yeah, even high-ranking nobles would trip over themselves to secure a luxury suite like this.
I was afraid you guys would react exactly like you just did. That's why I just kept my mouth shut. Sure, it's large, but it's so pointlessly large for just 2 people, and the only servant we have is Sharon. If you have Sharon, that's the only maid you need, even for a place this big.
You said it. Well, we'll be guests here for the next 3 days. So, thanks for having us, Elisa.
Well, of course. Don't mention it.
My. Is it just me, or do I detect more than a hint of red on Lady Elisa's fair visage?
Could she be embarrassed? I am not.
We're we're here on a field study, so could we at least try to take this a little more seriously?
Oh, lighten up, Machias. It just wouldn't be a proper field study without one of us getting embarrassed about our family.
Welcome home, everyone.
Feels nice to be back. I'll just ignore how you popped up to greet us the moment we walked through the door.
I just couldn't wait to see you. Now, if you'll just follow me, I'll show you inside.
Just waiting in the foyer. Yeah. Also, hello.
Well, I'm impressed.
This is even more grandiose than I'd expected.
You can see the whole town out there below. Talk about the lap of luxury.
Looks like a comfy place to take a nap. You guys really think so? I've been away from Ruhr for half a year, so I guess it does feel kind of nice to be home.
Almost.
I guess that's natural.
I've already finished preparing dinner. Please, let me know whenever you're ready to eat.
I imagine I'll finish this game Tuesday. Like, I don't think I'll be able to get through all of the rest of this and everything in the finale by tomorrow.
Thank you.
But Tuesday should be no problem.
I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty hungry. What do you say we... Wait, actually we can't, can we? Mother said she'd be eating with us tonight, so we need to wait until she comes home. And there are quite a few things we need to ask her, too.
Well, actually, my lady, I'm afraid I received a call from the chairman earlier about that.
What?
And we can dive right into CS2. Might take the rest of Tuesday off and then start CS2 on Wednesday. Depends on how much. Depends on when I finish on Tuesday. Like, I could see finishing the final dungeon tomorrow, and then doing...
Lisa, if you wolfed down so much food so quickly...
And then doing all of the bonding events, and then the last, hour of the game on Tuesday.
You'll get fat. Ah. It's just this once. I eat a balanced diet the rest of the time.
But you've been bolting down every course so quickly, I'm surprised you haven't inhaled your napkin.
Maybe we're gonna need to rethink your stage outfit for the concert.
Just let her eat.
Crap.
What's wrong with
I
you?
almost forgot about that.
If you're worrying about us, you don't need to, you know? I know your mother promised she'd have dinner with us, but we all know she's a busy woman.
And she said she'd try to make some time for us tomorrow instead.
But still... It's not that it bothers me so much, but she sits on Thor's board of directors. Who's she meeting with that's so important she can't even clear a little time to see us? She got off the Lusitania already, didn't she?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. She's not out on a date with a gentleman or engaging in any lascivious behavior. if that puts your mind at ease.
I don't think that was the worry.
That's not what I'm worried
Yeah.
about. Not even close. Honestly, hearing she was seeing a man might even put my mind at ease.
Elisa?
Something's happening. I can't believe of the dudes here, she glares at Reen and not Crow. Yeah. There's also all the school festival stuff. We might even finish the final dungeon tomorrow. We might have a little bit of that left, plus bonding events in the last hour on Tuesday. Which one revs your engine more? Of all the sentences I never expected to show up in a Trails game, Show Them Titties was very high on the list. At least we're in an RPG. That's all I do. They do have a washing machine. Oh, Sharon. You were intrigued there for a second. I heard it.
Hey, Elisa.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, were you worried?
A little, yeah. Seeing you like that just kind of reminded me of that night in Nord.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm so pathetic. I keep going on about how I'm going to be independent, but then I get all worked up over something as trivial as this.
Seeing the city from above at night is really something, though. And to think, you got to take in a beautiful view like this every night growing up.
Yeah, I guess so. It used to be my grandfather, my father, and my mother here. Then after my father died, Sharon joined us. But through the years, my family has always enjoyed seeing the lighted windows of Ruhr at night.
Something that never changed, huh? I guess it is to you what Ymir's mountains are to me.
Maybe every family has something like that. Still, first my grandfather left, and now Sharon and I aren't here most of the time either. Mother just stays here all on her own. Every time I think of that, I just feel like crying. It breaks my heart. I can't understand why she chooses to be so alone.
I thought so. You're not just angry at her then.
Well, she gets under my skin, that's nothing new. But if I was in her place, I don't know how I'd cope. I couldn't live like she does, losing herself in her work all alone with no friends or loved ones by her side. She wasn't like that before, back when my dad was still alive. She's always been a career woman, but back then she was kind, funny. She had this warmth, you know? But ever since Dad passed away, she hasn't been the same. Work became her life. She pushed Grandfather out as chairman, all for what? More work? I've never seen her indulge herself, not even once. If she isn't dining with some business partner, she eats nutrition bars instead of meals. Sharon scolds her for it, but that's how she is. And that's why I'm scared. I don't want life to just pass her by.
That's really sweet, Elisa.
Where did that come from?
You're always looking out for the people in your life. Even when they get on your nerves, you still care about them. It's like how you and I were at first, or how you were with Laura and Fee. Heck, I still remember how you told me off for hurting my sister's feelings. You've been keeping an eye out for Milliam all this time, too. And you should know that we're all really grateful to you for it. Especially me.
God, the way you said that.
I'm worried about what's happening here in Ruhr, too. This is your home. And your mother might be caught up in whatever's going on. I think we should look into it. What do you say?
What? But with all our field study tasks, where would we find the time?
Why not do it while we're out handling those? Making some headway is always better than making none, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everyone else does too. Fee cares. So does Elliot. Machias does too. Even Crow's been concerned about you. We can use our time in the city to poke around and find out more about what's going on. You know, kind of like we always do.
Well, if you say so, but I'll save the thanks for later. I doubt Sharon will tell us anything, no matter how much we pester her. But I'll ask around and see if anyone I know has any idea what might be going on. It shouldn't be too late to give some of them a call at least.
All right, I'll leave the info gathering to you. Once we get our task list tomorrow, we can discuss how we want to do this.
All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to start calling my contacts. Oh, and one more thing. If I were you, I wouldn't go around stroking girls' heads like that. I mean, you don't just go whispering sweet nothings into any girl's ear, do you? This isn't so different, really.
Huh? Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry, it's something I always did to my sister when she was feeling down. But now that you mention it, she did seem to resent it more as she got older. But when I stopped doing it, she called me insensitive and got all upset anyway.
I think your sister and I would have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. Well, she seems like she's feeling better now. I just hope our efforts will turn up some good leads. Huh? Call functionality works here? I guess it would, seeing as we're right in the headquarters of the company that built these. Maybe it's the instructor. Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, good, it went through. Glad I was able to
Claire?
get your number from Milliam.
Is this Captain Claire?
It is. I apologize for calling so late. Are you free right now?
Yeah. What's up?
There's something important I'd like to discuss with you. But it's a matter best discussed in person. Would it be possible for you to meet me in the city? Sooner is preferable.
Like, right now? Would this happen to be related to our field study?
Technically speaking, yes. But with the Provincial Army on alert, traveling in a large group would draw too much suspicion. That's why I decided to contact you directly. You're the team leader.
People keep saying that, but I never recall agreeing to it.
It's related
But
in the sense
sure,
that
I
you
guess.
always just thrust
I'll head
yourself
out right
into
now.
other
Where should I
people's
meet you?
business anyway.
Go to the upper level. On the south side of the elevated walkway, you'll see a bar called F. It's a quiet, upscale establishment. The perfect place for a private discussion.
A bar called F on the south side of the upper level. Got it. I'll head there right away.
I'll be waiting. I'm not on a schedule or anything, though, so there's no need to rush. You've got time. And by the way, I'd rather you didn't mention any of this to Elisa.
Huh? Why?
Because what I want to discuss with you happens to involve the Reinford company. But I'll leave it to your discretion. Anyway, you know where to find me.
It feels a bit cruel to keep only Elisa out of the loop, but it sounds like it's pretty important. I think it'd be better to go now and tell everyone else about it later.
Wait, where's Elliot? Did I miss him?
to leave, but I don't want to leave the front door unlocked. But if I ask someone to lock up behind me, they'll want to know where I'm going. I guess I might have to tell Elisa where I'm going after all.
Will you be stepping out?
Sharon? I couldn't even tell she was there.
There's no need to explain. That glimmer in your eyes tells me all I need to know. Not to worry, Master Rean. Your secret's safe with me. So enjoy your night to the fullest.
Wait, what?
You have a date with a fetching young lady, don't you? I'll make sure no one notices your absence, especially my lady. Just be certain you're back by morning.
I assure you, I'm not that lucky. I just got word that this acquaintance of mine was visiting Roar. And they wanted to catch up a bit, so I was going to slip out and see them for a little while.
Very well then. I'll lock up behind you. I'd also be glad to help you build an ironclad alibi. No one would think twice, even if you were to stay out all night.
I appreciate the thought, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Anyway, I'll be back later.
Of course. Take care.
Oh, Sharon.
It's past 9 already, but I still see quite a few people working. I guess it comes with the territory, working for the world's largest industrial manufacturer. What was that?
Whoops.
I thought so. Hey! Why are you running away?
I'm surprised you noticed me. I was trying pretty hard to be stealthy.
How long were you hiding there? Wait, have you been trailing me ever since I left the penthouse?
Well, I saw you slip out. So, where are you going? Are you really headed out for a late-night romantic rendezvous?
What kinds of lies has Sharon been feeding you anyway? Okay, here's what's up.
That totally sounds like a rendezvous.
It sounds like Captain Claire called you up for a booty call.
Sorry, I shouldn't have interfered.
Whoa, it's not like that. Well, you know everything I know about it now. Why don't you come too?
You sure?
No reason not to. It sounded like whatever info she's got has something to do with our field study. And honestly, I wasn't all that keen on having a one-on-one with a military officer to begin with.
Gotcha. But first, I want to walk around a bit.
After we've been walking around all day?
Whenever I come to a new city, I always like to get a feel for what it's like during the day and the night. I feel kind of uneasy if I don't.
Oh, right. It must be a Jaeger thing. All right, I'll join you for a little stroll. I don't want to keep the captain waiting too long, though. Will once around town be enough?
That'll be fine. Okay, let's roll. I'll handle it.
Here we go! By the way, did you happen to run into Sharon on your way out?
She saw me leaving, but she just let me go.
Even the best maids aren't that all-knowing.
God, if he got there and Sharon was waiting for him, that'd be very funny.
You seem oddly cautious.
Yeah, wonder if it has something to do with the RMP.
This is where Claire said to meet her, right?
Yeah, this looks like the place.
We're not going there yet.
This was some kind of classy bar, I think?
Seems pretty lively in there.
I don't know if I call a place a diner a classy bar, but I cannot talk to this guy. Here it is. I believe he's over here. Yep. Fee very casually says some pretty messed up stuff. We got a book, we got a quest. That's probably everything.
Alright, now to find Captain Claire. Oh, wow.
I believe you found her.
I guess it makes sense that she wouldn't come here in uniform.
The
little
charms of an
flustered
older
there?
woman, eh?
I think I'll manage. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Don't worry about it. Oh,
Hi.
Yeah, I kind of ran into her on the way here and told her she could come along. That's not a problem, is it?
not at all. I assume you've been surveying the town while acting as Rein's bodyguard?
Sounds like you've done your homework.
The intelligence division has told me a little. Anyway, I think we might attract a little too much attention if we stay at the counter. What do you say we get a table for 3? It's good to see you both. I think this may be the first time we've been able to have a proper conversation.
You may be right. I was hoping I'd get the chance to sit down and talk with you too, actually.
Oh?
You sure you don't want me to go?
That's not what I mean. I have a lot of questions, like about why Milliam transferred into our class, for example. But there's one really fundamental question that would go a long way toward answering a lot of the others. What exactly is it that you and Chancellor Osborne are trying to accomplish? Let's look at that standoff with the Provincial Army earlier this evening. It's hard for me to feel much sympathy for them after they drove armored cars right into the middle of the city. But maintaining order in the provinces is generally accepted to be the duty of the provincial armies. Maybe it's just me, but it seemed an awful lot like you were just trying to provoke them by belittling their authority.
It did look like your people were picking a fight.
Viewed without the proper context, I can see how it might look like that. But right now, the factional conflict in the Empire is nearly at its breaking point. Crossbell is buzzing with talk of independence, and Calvert is still weathering its immigration disputes. In such volatile times, there's a very real need to create a far more expansive network to help maintain public order. The only organizations that are up to the challenge are the Railway Military Police and the Intelligence Division.
That may be the case.
Still, your boss is the one making those conflicts worse.
I can't deny that. But at the very least, the Chancellor is acting with a sense of integrity. He hasn't stooped so low as to give aid to terrorists, unlike some others I could name. I want you to at least understand that.
Wait, so...
Wow, she really said it. So the noble faction's been the one backing the terrorists, huh?
I'm afraid there's no longer any doubting it. We've all but confirmed the involvement of Duke Cayenne, the most prominent representative of the four great houses. The 3 airships the Imperial Liberation Front have been using have been traced back to Ordis as well.
I'd wondered how they got their hands on those.
I've heard the Duke is just a gaudy old man, but Eustace's brother came to pick him up in Legram, didn't he?
That's what Toval told us. And now, Rufus just so happens to pop up on another of his secret trips. Captain Claire, what's going on in Ruhr? And how are Elisa's family and the Reinford Company involved?
I guess it's time to get to the matter I called you here for in the first place. The Railway Military Police is currently weighing the possibility of a forced inspection of Reinford's first factory.
Sounds serious.
The first factory belongs to one of Reinford's major divisions, right?
Correct. It's one of the main divisions and handles the bulk of the company's iron and steel processing, among other things. They're also currently under suspicion of something I'm not at liberty to discuss with you right now. The 2 of you are aware that project management at Reinford is split up across several major branches, right?
It is?
And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units, too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now?
Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Well, lately, the directors have.
Come to think of it, I overheard Elisa and Sharon talking about something like that.
For years now, Reinford has been the Empire's heavyweight when it comes to heavy industry and manufacturing. The company is split into different divisions that handle things like steel production, railways, weaponry, and tools. The problem is that those divisions have simply become too large. Large enough to have their own internal allegiances, some to the nobles, with others supporting the reformist faction.
Are you serious?
So even companies are taking sides.
And even divisions of companies are taking sides.
I'm sure Irina Reinford is aware of this to at least some extent as the company's chairman. But the self-supporting accounting system she introduced has the side effect of granting each division a long leash. Because of that, I doubt even she has a full grasp of the situation.
So, the first factory you guys have your sights set on for that inspection is aligned with the noble faction, I assume.
You assume correctly. And the provincial army is doing everything it can to stop us from carrying out that investigation. That's what led to this evening's quarrel. I imagine Chairman Irina is currently doing her utmost to rein in all the divisions and get them back in line. The thing is, when she seized control of the company 5 years ago, she had to rely on support from both sides. Being indebted to them like that, I have my doubts she'll be able to target the underlying problem.
It's sounding shadier by the minute.
You can say that again. The situation seems even more dire than I thought. And while all this is going on, a factional conflict keeps burning hot across the rest of the Empire.
I've told you as much as I can right now.
By the way, Elisa offhandedly mentioned that Irina Reinford was on the Lusitania tonight. I'm very suspicious about that ship. It's the one that Kevin was on at the start of Sky 3.
Tensions are mounting all over the country, but Ruhr has an extra fuse of its own. Try to gain an understanding of the crisis unfolding here. Then do your best to stay out of it.
And there's a vault on it with the password being Orpheus, and the Orpheus project is a big thing that Ouroboros is working on. So like, I'm very suspicious about that ship.
Whatever other lessons Class 7 takes away from this field study, I hope that ends up on the list. I wish you the best with the remainder of your field study. Please have the bill sent to the Railway Military Police Branch Office in Ruhr Station.
Certainly. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wait!
I mean,
The bill!
the
Looks like
The
she just
Orpheus
picked
thing
up our
is what-
tab.
still sticks out to me.
She gave us some good intel, too. For free, even.
I can't just go running after her now. Looks like we owe her one.
So, you like the mature type, huh? She's sorta like Sarah. Except responsible and composed.
You can say that again.
She is best girl.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Must be yours.
Hello? Rein Schwarzer speak.
Like, this is the kind of thing I want to look up to remember, but if it does end up being important and I look it up, it's just gonna tell me that, and so I
Rein, what are you doing?
so I can't.
Oh, it's just you, Elisa.
Well, what do you mean it's just you? Is it true some girl invited you out for a night on the town?
Whoa, hold on. A late night date? I thought you only had eyes for me, Reem. Anyway, good job, kiddo. Better spill all the details later, huh?
He'll do no such thing.
Now, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. It was with him too.
Still, it was rash of you to go out on your own without at least consulting us.
Ready to head back?
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best.
It is very good.
Drinks are on me someday.
3 AP away from ranking up and getting whatever the reward for that is.
The time has come. First hype, then crossbow. Now blue, show me the feather to witness our confusion.
As you wish.
We'll hit him so hard, they'll be picking up the pieces for weeks. You heard the boss, man. Tomorrow's a red-letter day for us. A real do-or-die moment, in every sense of the word.
All our preparations will be rewarded soon when we sweep in and take the Chancellor's head. Keep your eyes on the prize and give it all you've got!
Yeah!
So tired.
The air here is so fresh, especially for a city with this many factories. Must be because we're up in the mountains.
I'll say, compared to the capital, the air quality is pristine.
Well, the capital does have a few 100,000 more people living there. Sure is a nice day today, isn't it, Elisa?
Not as nice as last night must have been.
I told you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll bet you are.
I cannot believe you! After all those things you said to me last night, you go rushing out to meet another girl!
Ooh, the skies might be clear, but I'm sensing a stormy forecast today.
Well,
Thank you,
all
bro.
things considered, even if we assume Captain Claire is trustworthy, I'm not sure how wise it was to go out on your own.
I know. In hindsight, I regret keeping it to myself.
Still,
I think he's sorry about
pretty
keeping
bold
it a
of
secret.
Captain Claire to show up alone to meet Reen. Even dressed down, I wouldn't have thought she'd go out alone with the Provincial Army on patrol.
I'm guessing she's more than strong enough to handle herself. Not sure what her weapon of choice is, though.
Ah, I wish I could have seen her all dolled up, though. But she was a real knockout. Come on, that would put a spring in any man's step. I don't blame you for sneaking out alone.
Oh! No! It's not like I knew she was going to show up wearing a cocktail dress. I swear!
You seemed pretty taken by her when she showed up yesterday, though.
Fee, you're not helping.
Your eyes were glued to her right up until she left the scene.
Thank you, Fee.
Oh, really?
So while we were enjoying a quiet evening, you were out carousing with a beautiful woman, were you? You lucky son of for shame, Reen! We're here representing the Academy on a field study!
I swear, you guys are just making things up at this point. But thanks to the information I got from her, we have a pretty good idea what's going on here in Ruhr. And now that we know, we should be able to do something about it. What do you think, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm in.
So in short, the first factory did something to catch the eye of the railway military police, prompting an inspection. And all the while, the Provincial Army has been here blatantly trying to prevent them from doing that?
Let's not forget that the first factory is run by none other than the Noble faction.
I know that the divisional directors have been operating without much in the way of executive oversight for years now. But Mother always allowed it. She thought that encouraging competition among the divisions would yield more innovations. I never thought that'd lead to something like this.
Seems like the lesser of two evils.
By the way, hearing about the first factory made me curious. Do the other divisions have their own political allegiances?
Well, to give you a basic idea, this is a bit oversimplified, of course. Divisions are made up of many people, and they all have their own opinions. But the positions of each division's directors are clear as day, though.
Let me whip out this chart I had
The
prepared.
first and second factories in particular have had a pretty fierce rivalry going on between them for years. But even still, I wouldn't have expected the first factory to do something flagrant enough to prompt a military inspection.
Neither would I.
All right, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this. And when we tie this up all nice and neat for her, even my mother will have to admit she's grateful to us.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the spirit.
Offhand, I'd say this falls under the scope of our field study, too.
Sure, why not?
Thanks, everyone.
Sounds like we're in for a ride.
Anyway, let's take a look at the field study tasks Sharon gave us for today.
Yeah, I think we can handle these.
It's still 8 a.m., so we have plenty of time to work our way through the list.
And while we're doing that, we can ask the people we meet about how things stand between Reinford's divisions. Look alive, everyone. It's time to get to work.
Right.
Roger.
Gotcha.
Yeah. A little argument, yeah. Fee is basically a human cat, Maki. So you not figured this out by now? Oh, I've talked to you already. Is the cat's location marked on the map? Doesn't appear to be. Actually, maybe she's on the lower level. Alright. Some drama at the hotel here. And she seems blissfully unaware. Okay, probably be Fee then. Oh, I see the cat. Yeah. You did it, baby. Where's this cat? That was the first useful piece of information they've given me, I think. Well, I see a dot on the map here, so... Why do you have that? What? Crow, why do you have that? Alright, takes care of that. Then we need to head out to... the mine road. Have V kill... which ones are the, these things? Okay.
I'll handle it.
Oh. All right, go.
I'll handle it.
What are we doing here? Okay, thank you.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Turn.
Okay.
Really?
Here.
My turn.
That did not do a lot of damage, huh?
Now. Go. My turn.
Here we go. All right. Now. Go.
Right.
Go.
Okay. Here.
My turn.
Really?
My turn.
My turn.
My turn.
No, I want B to do it.
My turn.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Go.
All right.
Okay. Done. But we can't relax yet.
How much worse is this weapon than the one she had on? Not much. That seemed like it did nothing.
Advantage
I
is
guess
ours.
so. Here we
Let's
go.
finish him.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
Really wish this was just a little bigger.
Here again.
All right.
Here we go.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Wait, what's that, 6? I doubt I used anything other than bullet cyclone and the occasional scud ripper in
This one's all ours.
Here we go.
All right.
CS2.
I'll handle it. 1, 2.
Leave it to me.
Now. Go. Go.
My turn.
I'll handle it. Hostiles neutralized.
9?
Guess we're safe.
Now's the chance. Let's my turn.
My turn.
Go get him.
Let's do this.
Might have been.
I'll handle it.
Oh, perfect.
Target's
Just how we drew it
eliminated.
up.
Let's get going.
I knew that's what would happen.
I did it!
No, it was here. It actually has 30 less power than the sword I was using before, but it's fine. The stuff we give the army has to be, you know, strictly tested and safe. But you can just have this prototype if you want. That's fine. All right, where is the Nordia Highway? Right here. Let me make sure. So I got that book last night. Yep, we can just head out here. Oops.
Advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
Second floor. Damn! Leave it to me. See? I don't slack off all the time. Yeah, more of that. Thanks.
No, what am I doing? Not the right thing. I gotta scan a rock serpent and a blue horn. Okay.
Now's the chance. Let's get him. Leave it to me. Now. Go. My turn. Second floor. Damn. Okay, it's safe for now.
I'm surprised that one I was attacking with my other characters was still in range.
Advantage is ours. Let's
right.
finish him.
Go get him. Go. You're done. My turn. Second floor. Damn. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Alright, those are scanned now.
This one's all off. My turn. Now. Go. Here we go.
Nope.
Second floor. Damn. We'll cut our own path. This one's all
I'll
ours.
handle it. Here we go.
My turn. Go get him. Go. Here we go. Go. Gotcha. Go. Finished. Now we're talking. Let's keep it up. Now's the chance. Here we go. Second floor. Damn. Okay, it's safe for now.
Advantage is ours.
All right.
Let's finish him.
Here we go. Second floor. Damn. Okay, it's safe for now.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Eat lead. Go. Second floor. Damn. Okay, it's safe for now. Now's the chance. Let's go. My turn. Go get him. Let's do this. Leave it to me. Here we go. Second floor. Damn. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Alright.
Watch out. This is my turn.
3 of them. With 75,000 HP each, huh? They're vulnerable to a lot of status effects, though.
Okay.
Damn.
Here we go. Got it.
I'll set you up. Leave it to me.
This one's got your name on it. Hope you like it. Right.
turn. 1, 2.
I'll make you up. Right. Focus activate. My turn.
Oh, really?
Bang, bang, bang.
Here we go. Another chance.
Gotcha. Focus activate.
Okay. Now.
I'll make you up.
Go.
Leave it to me.
Now. Go.
Ha.
I'll handle it. One, two. Let's get this over with.
Gotcha. My turn. Focus activate.
There's how? How is that possibly hitting both? I mean, whatever. I won't complain. Yeah, absolutely not.
All right.
That is unacceptable.
My turn. Bang, bang, bang.
Here we go.
My turn. Focus activate.
Okay.
Still alive.
My turn.
Here we go.
Oh, he's running out of CP, huh?
All right. Eat leg.
My turn.
I'll pick you up. My turn.
Go.
Oh, no, never mind. Wait. There's no way.
There.
Go. Gotcha. My turn. Right. Focus activate. Ha!
My turn.
Got it. I'll pick you up. My turn. Focus activate. All right. Bang, bang, bang.
Go.
Run out of CP here.
There. Go.
Gotcha.
My turn.
My turn.
These have a lot of HP, huh?
Right. Leave it to me. Bang, bang, bang.
Here we go.
Okay. Now. Let's get this over with.
Leave it to me.
Go.
My turn. Bang, bang, bang.
I'll handle it.
They're too far apart.
Here we go. Go.
Gotcha. Right. Leave it to me.
I think. Oh. Crow can hit both of them. How much HP does it have? 43,000 still? I think we will, but not yet.
Okay.
Go.
Go. Gotcha. My turn. Bang, bang, bang.
You gotta.
Here we go.
shave it down some more first.
Okay.
Here we go.
Arcus activate.
Leave it to me.
All right. Eaglet. Arcus activate.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, let's do this.
My turn. Arcus activate.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
If these things ever take a turn. Oh, that one's frozen. I didn't even notice that. God, that's dumb.
Arcus
How did that happen?
My turn. Leave it to me.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Cross Raven. See ya.
Oh,
I
20,000
don't
damage.
slack off all the
Or
time.
19,000.
I did it.
That went well. I don't think there were 3 of them, and none of them took a turn. God, that was dumb. This game is just so broken. It's hilarious. I love it. You mean like character-wise? Oh, yes. That too. Yeah. I had never looked at his crafts before until earlier, and I was surprised to see he had one with delay. I don't remember this at all. I remember the mine, but I completely forgot about this.
Alright, if you want to fight that badly.
Go!
It only has a 20% vulnerability to delay, so yeah, it might. We can freeze it, though. I might as well use my domination in the best way possible, right?
My turn.
Maybe not. These don't have a chance of freeze.
My turn.
Oh, I don't have any. I used all my CP on the Cross Raven. Whoops. Yeah, it's gonna get a turn.
Your turn. I'll handle it. Target lock.
Right.
Don't forget who you're talking about here. Also, geez, Ellie, you kind of took a beating there, huh? Like 3,000 damage from that, I saw.
Arcus activate. Leave it to me.
Alright, now.
Freeze. Get it? Right.
Also, Crow, fuck you. Fuck you for saying that. I also can't believe that missed.
Here we
Did
go.
you just not take a turn? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Is it vulnerable to seal? 20%?
One.
I'll bend you up. My turn. Leave it to me. Go.
26 damage. Really stacking it up there, Crow.
Arcus activate.
My turn. One.
My turn. E-led. Right. Arcus activate.
My turn. Another chance.
Gotcha. Ha! Leave it to me. Freeze. Get it? Right.
It worked.
Arcus activate.
Okay.
I'll bend you up. Ha!
Here we go.
Right.
Let's unbalance it.
Analyzing enemy attack patterns. I've got it.
My turn.
My turn.
Here we go.
How much damage are we doing? 867. 113.
My turn.
We need to get some defense down on this fucker.
Now. Let's do this.
Leave it to me. Here we go.
So if one of you could proc that, that would be great.
Gotcha. Arcus activate.
My turn.
My turn. Leave it to me. Now. Go. Ha! My turn. Arcus activate. Ha! My turn. Go. Gotcha. My turn. Arcus activate.
My turn. One.
Also an option.
I'll bend you up. All right. Go get him. Go.
My turn.
Arcus activate. Ha! Leave it to me. Now. Let's do this. Right.
We got a strength
Arcus
debuff.
activate.
My turn.
Someone procced that quartz for the wrong status.
Ha!
Here we go.
My turn. Arcus activate.
All right.
Go get him. Go. Ha!
I'll handle it.
Here we go.
probably better off casting stuff, honestly.
Arcus activate. My turn. Alright.
What do you got for arts? Let's try
Arcus
it.
activate. Here.
Yeah, that's damage.
Arcus activate.
Okay.
Got it. I'll take you up. Go. Another chance. Gotcha. My turn. Arcus activate. Here. Right. Arcus activate. Ha! Leave it to me. Arcus activate. Ha!
Okay.
I'll take you up. Here we go. There. Go. Gotcha. Arcus activate. My turn. Bang! Gotta get him. Let's do this.
Got it.
Yes. Ha!
It got a turn.
Right.
How unfair.
Arcus activate.
Okay.
I'm so unlucky that I didn't proc any delay on it.
Go. There. My turn.
Oh, that was a 0 arts turn? I could have cast something better. I wasn't paying attention.
Arcus activate. Ha!
Okay.
Right. My turn. Arcus activate. Ha! Here. My turn. Go. Gotcha. Right. Arcus activate. Leave it to me.
My turn.
Ha! Ha! My turn.
Yeah, that's really gonna cost me.
Go. There. My turn. Here. Ha!
My turn.
Leave it to me. Here. My turn.
By the way, this thing is scanned, right? Yes, it appears to be.
Is everybody okay?
All right. That took a while. He got to take one actual turn, right? It did some damage to Elliot. And it's like Elliot's like, I actually got hurt during this fight. What is this experience? What happened? What is this pain? Yeah, I wish I had Machias in that fight. Well, I don't know who it would have. I guess it would have replaced Crow, just to try and get the defense down on that thing, make it go faster. Would have also been nice if whoever had the defense down quartz had actually triggered it at any point. That was very stupid. Fair enough, yeah. Hey, me too. This is the part I remember. What is it? 9:15? Yeah, plenty of time. Sorry, I was reading something in the guide for a second. I also forgot to go up here earlier when I was talking to everyone. It's real easy to forget in these big cities. Especially this one. Hello, Sharon. Wait. What is she selling? Okay. She doesn't care. Her dialogue's the same. Oh, I just have to go to the mines right now. Okay.
Ugh, every minute we spend here, things are getting worse for the miners.
Stay calm, Elisa.
Yeah, the railway military police are on their way, after all.
Let's at least try and get a look at what's going on.
That looks like a tough one. Be careful!
Also, no, there's definitely still some stuff involved in this. 'Cause we don't even have Angelica yet.
Well, to start with, we need to work out exactly what's going on here.
If it's true that the terrorists are working with the Noble faction, then it seems likely their aim is to eliminate the evidence of whatever they've been hiding in the first factory.
But did they really have to go this far? The iron mine is owned by His Majesty the Emperor himself, right?
That's right. The province of Nortia is tasked with managing it while Reinford mines, refines, and processes the iron. And iron is the single most vital natural resource to this nation's continued survival. If this isn't resolved quickly, it's going to deal a heavy blow to the entire country, including the nobles themselves.
So I guess the question is just whether the Noble faction and the terrorists realize that or not. Sounds to me like they're a pretty divided bunch as it is.
Yep. The terrorists seem like they're basically all commoners, too. They're only cooperating because they both see the Chancellor as a common enemy.
And if that's the case, it seems pretty likely that what they're doing here is related to that somehow.
Sounds like someone started the party without me.
Angelica?
You came too, George?
Yo, figured you'd show up eventually.
Well, we had to test the sidecar, obviously.
Spike is just full of surprises. He made the trip to Ruhr in 7 hours. So, speed-wise, we're looking great. Comfort, though.
That's a long
we're
time.
gonna have to tweak a few things.
I swear, you two never change. Kinda figured Toho wouldn't be able to make it too.
Yeah, She's working on gathering a boatload of information, though. She said she'd be in touch if she finds anything out.
Well, that's reassuring at least.
Could someone tell me what's going on?
Also, when did you start heading over here?
You seem to be hot on the trail of something, but I'm not sure it's the same thing we're investigating.
Does this have something to do with those family affairs you told me you were worried about?
Yeah, it does. I had some nagging suspicions about it. Unfortunately, my hunch turned out to be right on the money.
What is going on with the shadows on your head, Angelica?
Hold on. Isn't the director of the first factory...
My dear Uncle Heidel Rogner, yeah. Seems like it might do us both some good to swap info. How about it?
Let's find a better place to talk.
They're dumping iron onto the black market?
Yeah. The amount of steel they're producing doesn't quite match up with the amount of iron ore being mined. That's been the case for quite a few years now.
Officially, the reason given is that the purity of the ore being mined is lower now than it used to be. But if you look at what's coming out of the mine, there's no evidence of that.
Well, that would explain why the figures don't add up.
And because they were feeding the raw iron onto the black market rather than the finished steel...
That makes it a lot harder to notice when a little goes missing here and there.
Man, Toa put all the pieces together on her own?
I'd expect no less from my beloved Toa.
She poured over everything. Reinford's yearly sales figures, government reports on the mine's productivity, you name it. That's how she picked up on the discrepancy.
She's really something else.
Iron ore being sold off the black market. Accounting sheets that don't
She
add
probably
up.
beat you.
George, how much iron ore is unaccounted for, roughly speaking? Assuming for a moment that all the missing iron was refined into steel, how much steel would we be looking at?
This is just a bit of speculative math on my part, but I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 Torum, which is enough to build 2,000 oxen tanks.
2,000?
That's practically an army.
The Saxon iron mine is a pillar of the Empire's economy. The amount of iron they pull out of there is almost ridiculous. Even if you pocket a small amount every year, it's going to add up to a lot of iron real quick.
But what are they planning to do with all of it? Is the noble faction trying to make their own tanks in secret?
They couldn't even if they wanted to. Only the second factory has the knowledge and equipment to make tanks. And not only does the second factory have close ties with the Imperial Army, it also leans toward the reformist faction.
You need all kinds of complicated technology to make even a basic tank. It's not as simple as just grabbing some steel, some blueprints, and some grease and getting to work.
So what does that leave them? Selling the iron to another country for profit? I don't know how likely that is. Seems like deals that big would be too easy to trace.
Okay, so setting aside the ore itself for a moment, now that you know this, and given what's happening in Ruhr right now, what were the two of you planning on doing?
Oh. It's pretty simple. My uncle oversees the first factory, and the provincial army is blockading the mine. There's no way my family isn't involved. On the other side, you've got all the miners just trying to do their jobs who got dragged into this whole mess. I'm a Rogner. I might not be a great daughter, but there's no way I'm gonna let this go on without putting up a fight.
Angie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seriously gonna go talk to your old man about this?
Hell no. Like he'd even listen to a word I said. Same goes for the provincial army. I'd just be wasting my breath.
I'm gonna talk with these. Yep.
That's why I'm planning on sorting out this mess myself. I used to work part-time in the mine. I know the place like the back of my hand. As long as I can find my way inside, I think I can handle the terrorists well enough.
I figured you'd say something like that.
Honestly, does nothing faze you?
In that case, I'd like to ask that you take us along.
We can look at this as a test of how to best respond to a sudden crisis. Looking at it from that perspective, I think it fits neatly within the scope of our field study. Don't you?
However you want to contort it.
Yeah, after hearing all that, I don't want to let them have their way.
Agreed.
I'm with Angelica here. My family's involved in this too. I feel like I have a duty to do something about it.
Thanks. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping you'd back me up anyway. Whatever help you can give, I'll take it.
Well, that's that. The next thing we need to consider is how to slip into the mine without the Provincial Army taking notice. At the very least, Angie should be able to get the officer in charge to talk with her, but...
So, what, we sneak inside while she's distracting them?
I don't know. That sounds a little overly simplistic to work.
Leave finding our way in to me. If anyone's good at cutting red tape, it's my mother. Maybe she could help us out.
Leave it to me. I'll ask my mom to do it.
Well, if you think so.
Alright, I'll leave securing an alternate route to you then. For now, I'm gonna see if I can find out anything else about my family's or the Provincial Army's involvement here. George, give Toa a call and see if you can find out what the Imperial government is doing about all this.
Gotcha. I'll see if I can turn up any machinery that might be useful too. This is starting to feel like last year's field studies all over again.
What did you guys do? What did you guys do last year? There's definitely some mental gymnastics going on with how they justify involving themselves. I can't tell if Sheriff is this guy's title or his name. Yeah. Like that guy from Catch-22. Major. I should read Catch-22 again. It's been a long time. It's a good book. to... Alright. Whatever, man. How did you get this up on the upper level? Cool. Here, I don't know, take this book, I guess. Falcom told me I was in charge of this missable, so I don't fucking know. Here, just have it. Yep. She doesn't actually care about what's being broadcast on the radio right now. I believe that's... No, I haven't been in the church. Yes, I have. Oh, I didn't talk to these guys, though. Oh yeah, I did. I was like, why does this guy have an exclamation point? We're good. I believe. Just double check here. Yes.
everyone. I've been waiting for you.
Of course.
I knew it.
Like the rising of the sun.
I see how it is. You're taking Reinford's side again, huh?
As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Reinford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me.
Thanks, I think. Show us in, then.
Of course. Please follow me.
Bring them in.
As you wish.
Mother, we need to see you.
Excuse us.
You know, she was like rehearsing in her head what she wanted to say as she flung the doors wide.
I apologize for canceling our dinner plans last night. But it's looking unlikely I'll be able to join you tonight either.
No, that's fine. We understand.
It's hardly surprising given the current circumstances.
I'm not sure what's keeping you so busy, considering you haven't even managed to fulfill one of your most basic duties.
This is not what we're here to talk about.
My lady.
The miners who work at Saxon are employees of this company. With the Provincial Army barricading the mine and refusing to budge, those miners are at the mercy of the terrorists. I assume you've issued a formal objection to Marquis Rogner?
Not on behalf of the company, no. It sounds like Director Heidel Rogner of the First Factory has requested something be done as a formality, but nothing more.
That's it? The First Factory has been dumping huge amounts of ore onto the black market for years now. Don't even try and tell me you haven't noticed it.
Of course I've noticed. Being unable to bring the First Factory in line allowed that to happen, and that's my failure, I admit. But think, if we assume the terrorists aren't acting alone here, what good would it do to issue an objection to Marquis Rogner?
Well,
there are many possible outcomes to this crisis, and we must be prepared for all of them. For example, we need to consider the possibility that the terrorists may set off an explosive in the mine, and how to respond to that. This is a global company. Measures will need to be put in place to protect stock prices, taking Crossbell into account too.
Yes, stock prices, the most important thing.
She's got a point. Anything that affects the Reinford company is going to indirectly affect a lot of people's lives.
Correct. The Reinford Group is its own entity with its own role to fill. And I have mine as chairman.
I have zero sympathy for you, lady.
The Provincial Army and the RMP are acting in accordance with their purpose. And one might even say the same of the terrorists. Action with a purpose. That's what keeps the world in motion. So tell me, what's your purpose?
Well...
If you get what I'm saying, I suggest you leave. I expect the explosion at the military factory is the extent of the damage the terrorists will cause here. I'll give you several additional tasks. I suggest you work on those for the remainder of the day. And considering the situation here, I think it'd be best if you leave Ruhr tomorrow morning. You have my permission as a sitting director on the Academy's board.
But...
Yeah, I don't think so.
F that noise.
I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes anymore.
Oh?
All my life, I've turned a blind eye to what was going on right in front of me. I did it when you drove Grandfather out and took his position as chairman. And I did it when Father died and you let work become your life. All along, you've been working
it's
to
time
build
for
the
Elisa's
company
character
bigger and
moment.
bigger, and all along, I just looked the other way. But in our field studies at Thor's, I've seen the imbalances and injustices of the world crop up over and over again. But even with that, I, and all of us, really, have to face that head on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. You asked what our purpose is. After 6 months at the Academy, That's my answer.
Well said.
Agreed.
That's why this time, I don't plan on backing down. You need to hear the truth, and I need to be the one to tell you. As your daughter, as your family.
Fuck your stock prices.
And above all, as someone who's watched the Reinford company grow ever since I was a little girl. Mother, you're running this company the wrong way.
My lady.
Can I assume you, in your infinite wisdom, are planning to tell me the correct way to run my company?
Naturally.
Yes, of course.
But I still need more experience before I can do that. I promise you, though, that by the time I graduate from the academy, I'll show you how this company should be run. As someone who just might succeed you as the chairman someday, I should be able to do at least that much.
It's one thing to make a promise. It's quite another to live up to it. Still, at least you're starting to see the bigger picture.
Mother.
Give it to her, Sharon.
Certainly. Here, my lady.
What's this? Some kind of key card?
Correct. It opens the door to a passage that connects Ruhr City to the iron mine.
Wait!
There's really a secret passage?
The former chairman built it for use in case of an emergency. You'll find the entrance in the underground part of a maintenance room on the upper level of the city.
If we use that passage...
We should be able to completely avoid having to deal with the Provincial Army.
I'm not going to say thanks. Right now, I just believe this is the best way to press forward. And I'm going to tell you why through actions, not words.
Excuse us, Madam Chairman. We've learned a lot during our field studies, and we'll put it all to use to come out on top.
You don't need to worry about us.
They've grown a lot in the last 6 months. It's been a pleasure to watch them. Surely it wouldn't hurt to acknowledge that Lady Elisa has grown too.
She's still got a ways to go. If she wants to take the mantle of the Reinford company from me, she'll have to show me she's got what it takes. Anyway, it seems all our principal players have assembled. Can I ask you to do one more thing for me?
Certainly.
Also, if Reinford made the Lusitania and Sharon is who Sharon is, like, I don't know. There's something is going on with that. Oh yeah, I don't get to use Crow for this, huh?
Who would have thought there'd be an underground passage going all the way from Ruhr to the mine? Gwen really does think of everything.
Oh, you know Elisa's grandfather?
I've heard you two got along famously back when he was still living in Ruhr.
He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life.
It's not that I can't believe it, it's that I can. Too easily.
I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the master one day. Still, it's probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did.
Can't deny that.
That's nothing to laugh about.
I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to the first years when we're second years.
So, you think this is gonna work?
That should do it.
What is this thing?
An orbital wave antenna?
It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to widen the area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcus unit's communication functionality even down here in the mine.
That sounds pretty handy.
You can do that?
Yep. Toa's busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now. And I'll be able to pass that info along to you while overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out, so make sure you keep the line open.
Got it.
It'll be nice to have some support.
Well, if George is just a call away, we've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I think it's about time we got going. And thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I've got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle.
Always room for one more with us.
Your knowledge of the mind will really be invaluable.
I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours.
Alright. I think we will leave off right here. And pick up with liberating the mind tomorrow. I like how 40 minutes ago I was like, oh, it's 9:15, plenty of time to do this, and I'm stopping 5 minutes till 10 at the start of the mine. I was very wrong. But yeah, later, and we'll be back tomorrow.